Good morning, welcome back. 8:20 Saturday morning, February 8th, and I'll tell you, this valley is loaded with good people doing good things, lots of volunteers helping each other. And with us this morning is Dick Ficke. He's the president of Mount Washington Valley Habitat for Humanity. Good morning, Dick. Thanks for being here this morning.
Well, thank you for having me.
A pleasure. And Habitat for Humanity, a wonderful organization, building homes for people. And can you tell us a little bit about what the organization does and how people can get involved, please?
Well, it's been around since 1994.
Mm-hmm.
Individual by the name of Al Risch started it, attempting to find a home for a friend of his that was in ill health. Anyway, long story short, he figured the best way to get a house or build a house would be to start a Habitat affiliate here in the area, which he did. And he was helped by Ted Pettingale. They needed money, and they brought Bob Morrow along. And after they had built refurbished a house out in Bartlett for this one individual that Al was looking out for, they bought some land in Conway on Quint Street, built two houses there, and then through Bob Morrow's philanthropy and money, they were able to buy what is now Morrow Drive out off the Kank.
Sure.
And 11 houses went in there. Now we're on we just finished up our 23rd house. We're about to build our 24th house.
Right.
And so we have now opened up for applications for that house. We started receiving applications on the 4th, and it'll go through to the 4th of March.
Okay.
And what people will do is email mwv-habitat.org and request an application for the next house.
And what are the criteria?
There's three rough criteria. One, it has to be affordable for you, and we'll go over that in a minute. Second, you have to agree to partner with Habitat, and that is to say, put in at least 300 hours of sweat equity in helping build your own house. And then the third criteria rather, is that it has to be a demonstrable need for you. You're living in some substandard conditions now, and this will be a better opportunity for you. Now, going back to being affordable, you cannot make less than $25,000 a year gross income. Nor can you make more than a certain amount, and that certain amount is predicated upon Housing Urban Development, HUD, criteria for Northern Carroll County. For instance, a family of 4 cannot make more than $42,000 a year.
Right.
Now, if you fit into that category, we'll evaluate your application and obviously determine what kind of credit rating you have, et cetera, and whether you will be able to afford the payments. The neat thing about a Habitat house, the mortgage is interest-free. And the house is built with free labor, all volunteers. Every Thursday morning during the building season, at least 25 volunteers show up and build a house.
And can you tell us a little bit about the house? Is it typically how many bedrooms, square footage, that sort of thing?
The typical house is a 3-bedroom, single story, on a slab, no basement. Kitchen, 1 bathroom, open area for a living room. And as I mentioned, 3 bedrooms. Most of the houses we're building now, we put in radiant floor heating to help on the heating costs. The house we just finished up down in Tamworth was one of 3 that we put in down there with solar. And we were able to get some nice grant money to be able to afford the solar.
And generally speaking, how many people apply for the homes when
the
process is available?
First day that we announced, which was Tuesday, that we were taking applications, I also had put an ad in the local paper.
Sure.
And before the day was out, we had 20 requests for applications. It's up to about 26 or 27 now.
Okay, so there is competition.
There is a lot of competition. And what I urge people is don't give up if you're not selected. The family that we just put into the house down in Tamworth, single mom, 3 children. She applied about 3 years ago, and there was another individual that had a greater need than she did. But she didn't give up. And she applied the second time around and was accepted.
Nice. Nice. So do never give up. And we're talking about the applicants for the homes. What about the people who are building the homes, the volunteers? Sort of where do they come from? And how
They
can
come
people
from
get
all
involved?
walks of life. We have doctors and dentists and journeymen, all who have this one single thread that runs through the whole process, and that is they want to help somebody else, make a difference in somebody's life. And a story I tell about that is several years ago, family, we moved into a house in Madison, with a 10-year-old daughter. Now, she had lived in a deplorable condition. It was part of the need that was demonstrated, the need for the house. Anyway, she's going to Madison Elementary School. Without her parents' knowledge, she went to the school officials and got permission to set out collection canisters all around the school, decorate and label them and whatnot. And the first inkling that her mother had, well, what she was doing, was when the daughter asked Mom if she would give her a ride to Angels and Elves headquarters, and she came in with enough money to sponsor 4 children. Somebody made a difference in her life, and now she wanted to make a difference in somebody else's life.
Nice. Well, Dick, thank you. That's a wonderful story, and thank you for stopping by. Is there once again that email or website where people can get more
go to our
information?
website. It's mwv-habitat.org, and on there are instructions on how to get the application. With the application will come a set of instructions of what one has to do and how to do it.
Excellent. Again, thank you very much for stopping by. A wonderful cause, people helping people.
Thank you, Marty.
And don't go away.